Hey yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to Sky and say hello to Sky, because here we go in with a special build video. This is a Ganker build and I chose it the Warden because this is so freaking tanky, OP for kitey, super nicey, one-shotty buildly. Yeah guys, and the first viewer who puts below my build video here and message me with hashtag hello Sky will be greeted in my next ESO video, and sorry but we see your name. Aye, but anyway, let's buy into the Wood Elf skill and why. 21% of stamina recovery, this is the highest in-game and can really high stack up with special sets higher in the red card I show you. Increase your max stamina by 6% and poison diseases resistance by 1480, and you gain both immunity, poison disease, which is really important, science murk. And if you saw the passive from next patch, everybody will change anyway to Wood Elf Bow Warden, for example. Let's go see the set one, which I use Jack of Share when I infuse it with a 3-stat glyph because I need this health, and yeah, because of this health. And here we have in impen with the stamina glyph and another piece with impen of stamina glyph and infused with a 3-stat glyph. And here, normal wise is optimal all in impen, but I don't got the Sharon in impen, and this is 2-time weapon damage, and on the execution ability like poison injection and executioner stacks up another 10k of poison 6 seconds over time. The second combo which I use is the Viper with the axe because of the bleed effect from the two-hander passive, with this poison, double dot poison, and on the back bar a bow. And we complete this with the necklace, all in weapon damage and robust, both rings. And this gives great stamina, and every 4 seconds 8k of poison over time, while I use in my combo light attack that will stack up 2 with Share Venom 2 and 2 and set 3. What is optimal for this combo is the second buff from the Valley Dread. We have first rate 126 weapon damage, and I use both in heavy and both in impen because all other are medium. And here you have a 20% chance to spawn 3 disease spores in front of you. 50k of diseases damage, hits for 10k the player, but you could change also to 2 set of Balork, which stacks up the weapon damage by 1000, but I prefer the Valley Ref because of the status effects. Can really, when you fly in with your crit rush, can really stack up with your combo which you're doing, and so this is a really one puncher, one shotter. But you could change also with 2 separately sets with each of weapon damage. Yeah, that's it. Yes, Valley Dread is dodgeable, but not on a crit rush when after 1 second procs then this ball. Very difficult for the opponent to avoid this damage. Plus Share Venom, plus Viper, plus Valley Dread, all hits at the same time, double dot poison, etc, etc, etc. Here we go, we have 11k of Magicka with 21k of health. That we have 24k, I think. Let's stack up the weapon damage first. 3753 with a 36% of crit. This is all naked. I have crit pots, immunity crit pots, which is really important for this build. Let's see if when we use the pot I have 1557 of stamina recovery and 46% of crit. And with the Ice Fortress you have 18k from both resistance with 2333 of crit resist that you could stack up to a 3000 in total. Pretty cool. Yeah. Back bar we're gonna look now. Naked stats also 21k but by the minor toughness by the Warden makes that 24k, and yeah, same. You could making better a little bit the stamina by 35k if you maximize all. And if I stack up first the weapon damage, you have 3353 with a 41% of crit, but we use also pots, so 51% crit. And I start the first 2 hits from this 8 hit combo, which I will show you at the end of the video. Start with 2 bow abilities, which practically crit the whole time. Then you bar swap, crit rush, all cancelled, and yeah. Poisons, which I use on the main axe. You have double dot poison because you want to make so much damage as fast as possible, not another. This is my poison. And we have on the back bar Defiler, 22% for 5.5 seconds. I stack up this with the major Defiler on the skill. We will see it right now. Bird of Prey on the main DPS bar because it increases the whole damage by minor berserk 8% on all skills, while slotted on the main DPS bar, and increases your movement speed by 30% over 4 seconds. My only Magicka skill which I use, so cool, on the main bar. So we have here critical rush when I stack up 7k of damage and 40% more damage based on the travel distance, so from far away. That crits on the player like a 10k in, and is really needed for both bow skills on the back bar. So Subterranean Assault 15k over 3 seconds, and that make it possible to burst up even better 3-second channel. This is even better, and major fracture by the enemy, so gives always ulti back. And here rally instead of momentum because they cut it in half, the immunity time, and so I prefer the heal over time is a 12k over this whole time when it expires, or a burst heal when you double press it immediately. You got the heal Executioner. I use instead of the other because if 350 instead of 300, that can be relevant when you gank, and Dawnbreaker of Smiting together with Subterranean, huge direct damage and damage over time. And now we concentrate us on the back bar with Ice Fortress, which gives you this major resolve and major ward by 5280 over 24 seconds. The cast time is okay. And on the top, and the reason why so many people wanna level up a new Warden is because of the minor protection by 8%, taking 8% less damage on the top. Then Lethal Arrow is kinda a key skill for this, 14k of poison damage, and applies the poison status effects. Valid Ref gives you 3 diseases effects, so you have this both combo, and afflicts them also with major defile, which reduces their healing received and the health recovery by 45% for 4 seconds. Remember, the poison over 5 seconds with minor and major defile stacks on 1 pressing button there. And this is the Resolving Vigor, a heal over time. You could change also Soothing Spores for profit a little bit more for the nature's gift by the Warden, or the Bull Netch here. Yeah, while I slotted 1 companion, I have 12% more recovery. You have to slot minimum 1 for bar for having this boost. And while I blocking and while I running, I always restore stamina, which can really helps you under high pressure situation. You always restore a little bit stamina, and you have your weapon and spell damage increased by 20%. What you want more? Poison Injection. This is a 9k damage over 10 seconds, and the damage over time ticks up to 250%. More damage to the enemies under 50% of health, which is then the 3rd hit combo on this 8 hit combos, which we will see later. Healing Ticket, look, this burst direct heal by 10k immediately, because I have Resolving Vigor. When this is not enough, I press this button immediately, forgot this burst heal, and for the next 10 seconds increases at 3500 of health every second. I speak as fast as possible for taking short the build video. If not, this build video goes over 1 hour, and we're gonna now looking together the champion points which I wanna reset for make it a little bit different. We're gonna look this now together what I do before which increases your defiler by a lot. There I take off a little bit points because honestly Siphoner, if we boost it up by 5% by a light attack which is implemented in your combo too, and a little bit I don't know if Sprinter or Bash, actually for bashing, because bashing is the second last hit or the last hit on your combo, and so that's really matter. And so at the end I put 90 in Siphoner and a little bit 8 for bashing also, because at the end of a combo when you bash you make a little bit additional damage which counts too. Now for this Ganker build I removed the Blessed, which normally I always run a little bit by my healing better. Here we have a 24% on direct damage. This is already good. I don't have the tactician there, but this is a quick go in and shoot out build, and we put the point in Thaumaturge because we have a lot of poison damage and poisons anyway. And let's check the other one, 12%, that's very good on Mighty. I take here a little bit off, no, let's say to a 23%. So the rest which on stack I put here in Shedding Blow maybe. Let's see, let's do it in Physical Expert for increase your light and heavies. And so we can stack up this to a 15%, which I didn't had before. And this one, Precise Strike, we make 19%, and I will push up my Poison Disease damage because that affects a lot in the rotation. So 13% on Mighty, 3500. I have also Sharpened Weapon. You could make also both non-honed weapon if you like, but I didn't have the time for do it. If not, this build will making more damage. When you interrupt an enemy, your next physical damage ability is increased by 15%. Increases 9% crit damage. Exploiter, when you bash, when he's off balance, the 10% again stacks all up. And when you are under 20% of health, you gain this heroism with ulti, and also from the soul tree this explosion under 20% of health, which goes together. And here, let's see, this is actually already pretty good. Thick skin is very important since poison makes so much damage over time. And here actually 3% should be okay, because how I say, this is a quick in quick out build. I dodge roll out, cancel in a heal, and so I can save me, but I wanna put a little bit more here in thick skin because this is really important for survive this whole increased damage science Murkmeyer. And here Resi 18%. I want to boost up to 18%. That should be good and enough here. 11% for Hardy and Elemental Defender. Or actually 10%. I go down to 10%, and direct damage is also very important. But here it's always difficult to say for these small points. This left point I put here in medium armor because don't round up another percentage. Resilient 258 of health when you got a crit in. So when they crit you got this heal. When I dodge roll I got more resistances. Here, while shield, blah blah blah. This okay. When I take damage, blah blah blah. Here when you crit, this is really important, 389 of health back when you crit, and you crit pretty often, and unchained it, which is pretty important. By breaking free, I find. Let's check it up. Yeah, should be good. What we have here, okay, when I activate the synergy, 2%. That's nothing. And that's pretty cool, because when I kill with a heavy in, and you should always do a heavy in and then Dawnbreaker of Smite, because increases this additional 10% on damage on the Dawnbreaker then on the top. If not, for the rest, I'm pretty happy how I distributed my champion points here, and so we confirm. Let's take it, let's get it on. So let's see what is changed. We have increased poison damage, we have more damage over time, as well diseases damage. You see, I want to try, before was 97, now is 10k 500, that's pretty cool. And yeah, if you're gonna see a little bit the passive from the animal campaign, here every 8 seconds I restore a 4 of ulti, which is guaranteed by my subterranean, which is a spammable, so I have this whole time up of ulti boost, very awesome Warden. Here 12% of magicka and stamina while slotted, 1 ability on every bar, and increases the damage for every slotted campaign ability. So I have 6% on the main bar and 3% on the back bar. From the green balance, so we have, when I'm under 40% of health, I gain naturally major mending, increase my healing, increase by 25%. And here from the nature's gift, by spamming the ulti, which the radius is huge, I restore magicka and stamina. Really awesome passive, I love it. And increases your healing down by 2% for every green balance ability slotted. And the minor Taugnis, which brings you another 3k on the top max health, which is unique. And also reason from the winter tree, increases the chance to apply chilled effect by 200%, increases your physical and spell resistance by 500 for each ability slotted, and here very important, reduces the effectiveness of snare's ability to you by 15%, which is big, and increases the magic and frost damage if you wanna change on permafrost instead of healing ticket on the back bar, for example. And from the two-hander, important is access gains you by my melee attack, bleed over 6 seconds, 11k. The over time is short and always better than the 5% more damage from the sword, because it's implemented in my combo light attacks too. And when I deal a direct fully charged heavy attack, the direct damage is increased by 10%. That means people heavy attack and then Dawnbreaker on the top for increased more damage on the Dawnbreaker. And very important, because execution is my last skill on the combo. I here by the executioner I restore, and not restore, I increase my stamina recovery by 30% over 10 seconds. Are you crazy? We are at my home and I train on a heavy target skeleton, which you can compare like a heavy hard mode boss. Is not so sturdy like a real player, but pretty good for training the combos. And the first is to check out the distance by subterranean, so you don't have to be too far away, if not the major fracture cannot apply to the enemy. And so you have to be also very straight to him. I cancel it into snipe light attack injection, then gap close in, light attack, executioner, bash. These are 8 hits, and look this damage who he suffered then. And in this 3 seconds you make these 8 hits, and I try to explain it, but I think I need a slow motion for that later. Show it better, but first we speak about Valley Ref and why I chose this like my first most loved set, because Velidred is 3 diseases spore. You see, is right now is an angle by 30 degree, which goes so like in the radius, and he hits pretty good in the Zerg, and plus this is really potential when I crit rush in and the Spore's disease comes immediately out after 1 second. He have not a chance to dodge roll it or mitigate, and he have also a chance to get Defiler by not healing up rightly. And so this is really useful for this punch when I get in. I have Share Venom, I have Viper, I have my double dot poison, we have Velidred, we have Subterrane, we have here the Snipe, we have Injection. This is look at that though. Oh holy shit, when he hits in with both status effects in one time, which can happen, he's really fucked up, and in 1 second he lays down like a victim. Look this damage over damage going on. This is, I explain it exactly, the 8 hits in the slow motion. This is really difficult because I speak not English as my first language, and so look this damage over. Holy shit, not the sturdiest can resist that. Yeah, if he's not prepared, he lays down immediately. Also, if he's prepared, he lays down same. And I tried to explain exactly now the 8 hit, but this is really difficult. I tried. Come on. Okay, first I have to buff me up because weapon damage resistances and vigor, and then I'm ready for go in. First I press Subterrane, cancel it into Snipe, light attack, injection, gap close in, light attack, executioner, bash. Attack, cancel it into this. Now important is a light attack between, so you can make it faster. Zack, 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 zack. And he should be deaf, if not you can execute him to the death down. Holy shit, for recording this last part of I had 1 hour. And yeah, anyway, the opinion of this build is the combination of so short time is so high that I really like this. This is just one better set than the Viper's thing, and this is the poisonous venom from the dungeon trials, but to get this is really hard. And look here on the chat, they speak about me. This is an honor to be so small like a YouTuber and have a huge impact.